Introducing a podcast like no other. Set your whole shot device and rev up your engine. It's time for the Gate Drop Podcast.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gate Drop Podcast. Today, we are joined by my great friend, Slowclassfilms. What's up?
What's going on, dude? How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, did you catch the race yesterday?
I got Moto 2s.
Moto 2s. Okay.
Yeah.
You missed some stuff in Moto 1s, buddy.
I did. I saw that Eli, unfortunately, got taken out going into that one slick corner.
So, he didn't so much get taken out. He kind of took himself out.
Okay. And from the angle that they posted on the Pro Motocross Instagram, it looked like he may have just like kind of slid out, bumped into him, and then that's when he kind of lawn darted.
Yeah. So, that was a really bad angle, but watching it live with the broadcast, you can kind of see Marchbank was going around the outside, Eli is going on the inside, and if you look, you can see where his front tire kind of loses traction and blows the red out.
Yeah.
So he's trying to stay with, and he's pushing wide, and there's nothing he could do. Marchbank is right there. They collide. Tomac goes down, and he actually bent his neck backwards to the point where his neck was almost touching the back of his head was almost touching his shoulder blades. So that's where he got the neck strain. That's why he's probably going to be out for a while.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a pretty, like, that could have been way worse. I'm glad
that
he's
walking
away with just that. Yeah, that could have been like
he could have broken his neck. He could have been paralyzed.
Yeah, that could have been
his life.
over. Yeah.
Could have had a Jerry Robin 2.0, God forbid.
Yeah.
We don't need that, but I was surprised to see how Deegan did for his 450 debut.
It looks like he needed a little bit more time on that 450, honestly. It looks like he was trying to battle that power, and, happened to get off the 250 and then hopping onto the 450 of like 3 weeks is kind of insane to go out and do as good as he did with not that much ride time.
Absolutely. I mean, there's one thing to, ride the 450 at race pace on the practice track when you're only running with maybe 10 other guys max.
With them, probably like 15, who knows?
Yeah. So there's a big jump between 15, and most of those guys are on a 250, mind you.
Yeah.
Jumping to now you got 39 other guys, and they're all running 450s, and they're all gunning for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, especially with that much pressure on top of you, like, because he hyped it up himself, which everybody loves. The little teasing against Jet, but
yeah. I mean, I like that, but I don't think I touched this in the last episode. I don't think he's doing this to, so much play mind games and get into their heads, because he knows none of this shit's going to work on those guys.
Yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, it's just like, to make us viewers engaged, and like,
it's marketing. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, I'm sure at the end of the day, they're shaking
marketing.
Hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say that Deegan has never been, especially in pro motocross, never been super great on his starts.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And that definitely came true yesterday in both motos.
You could tell that he was pretty timid going out of that gate, but you got 40 other dudes who have way more experience on a 450 than you. You're better off just kind of looking back and kind of waiting for that gap to open up.
Which is exactly what he did. Both motos, he started out, mid-pack around 20th.
Yeah.
And he just charged the entire way, and he ended up going 5-4 for 4th overall for a 450 debut. That's pretty that's pretty fucking good.
But honestly, Jorge
Prado, oh my god,
Jorge Prado, dude, came out first. I watched the start of the I got like hit bits and pieces of the first moto, but for him to come out like that, I got a weird feeling that this could be a good battle for the championship for outdoors.
I called it a few weeks ago. I said, and mark my words, Jorge Prado is going to be an issue this outdoor season, and he came out swinging.
Oh, he's going to be a threat, especially with him running his old GP setup on the bike that he's familiar with, and it's outdoors.
Oh yeah. Now keep in mind, outdoors for us here in the U.S. versus MXGP. That's a those are two totally different worlds.
Oh, dude, it's a whole different ball game when you're overseas at
Our
MSGPs.
tracks minus the Wick 338 minus Southwick are so hard pack. It's not even funny.
Yeah, over there you got like the loose soil and it's chopped. Like I've seen.
I just got to name one track and everybody will instantly get it if they know what MXGP is. All I got to say is Llama.
Yeah.
Llama. That's all I got to say. Makes Southwick look like a freaking little kid
Yeah.
PW50 track.
Yeah, so once he gets like fully comfortable with what's going on here, I think he's going to be an absolute threat, especially with how Hunter's doing, which is very well.
Mhm.
And then now you have Jet looking full, like pushing towards that wanting more, because we all saw it at the end of Moto 2. He ripped his tear off last, so he's gonna be pushing pretty hard, I think, next Moto. But I mean, for you to come back from that injury and still get third Moto 2 and
get third overall
is insane.
You know what's insane?
What's that?
Jet got third overall, right? He got a podium yesterday.
Yeah.
Out of all of his outdoor starts, that is his worst career finish.
I know. That's insane.
Wild to say. Third place out of your entire 450 pro motocross career being your worst finish?
Yeah. That is
that's insane.
Yeah, I feel like once Hayden gets like accommodated with the bike, he's going to be able to push a little bit harder, be on the back door of them. But I feel like once Hunter and Jorge get it all sorted out, now that they have one pro motocross in there, they're going to be pretty hard to beat this year.
Well, not only that, but have you seen everything that's happened with the 2027 CRs that they're on?
Dude.
Have you seen the insights on what went into that bike?
All I saw was the 10 pounds lighter, which is insane.
It's 10 pounds lighter. Went from 55 horsepower to 61 horsepower.
Yeah.
Airbox is new. They did testing and they get some crazy fucking air intake now.
Yeah. No, it is absolutely insane. And then just to top it off, they wanted the spike controversy and threw that blue in. And
so here's the thing. It's not so much controversy because if you look back in the record books when Honda first got into moto, what were their colors?
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, it's a controversial thing. I'm like, no, it's not, dude. Go hop on Google, spend 15 seconds looking up what did the original Honda dirt bike look like? And it looks like this, what we currently have. It's a throwback.
I think I'm personally all for it. I think
it's cool as shit.
I think HRC
it makes me want to go rob a bank, so I got $15,000 and go buy a works edition right now.
Dude, they came out so sick. I can't wait to see what they do, because I'm sure the 250s are going to get revamped next year. I'm curious how they're going to squeeze everything out of a 250 now. And HRC Honda did a phenomenal job with their graphics. Mm-hmm. And then Quad Lock Honda as well. It is absolutely insane how sick the bikes look and how they're able to squeeze that much out of it, which now all these other manufacturers, are going to be trying to do what they're going to do.
Right. We'll see. All I know is, and I touched this on the last episode, Suzuki ain't going to do shit cosmetically to their bike. No, nor really mechanically. I know they're not going to do anything, and I'm glad they're not.
I think, personally, I grew up, Suzuki was, my favorite bike. And everybody's always hated on it. And, I've ridden, a 03 RM 250. I had a 2014 RM Z 250. And I loved my RMZ 250. If it wasn't for me doing dead engine starts in the woods, I'd still be on my RMZ.
Right.
But, it's terrible to kick it when you're, an hour and a half into a woods moto race.
I mean, that I can understand, yeah. But the fact that, they take a 10-year-old bike, throw Ken Roxon on there, and now he's the reigning 450 Supercross champion. I'm just saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and especially from them, almost talking about being bankrupt to them being where they are now,
Yeah.
That's insane.
We have some serious changes coming into the 2027 Supercross season.
We do.
Husky's no longer going to be a team. They're just going to be privateer support for parts and stuff like that.
Which a lot of people that I've talked to were like, I don't know why they're doing it. I'm like, I think that's sick. We get more privateers on factory level bikes. And some of the privateers, sorry, Gypsy Tail, but that dude doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. I gotta clear this up again because I cleared it up last episode. Here's the thing. I went back and I watched the entire episode of Jace's, all fuck the privateers bullshit.
Yeah.
Listened to all the context. Here's what happened. He was having a conversation with an individual from the AMA, and this is in regards to the lapper situation we've had throughout the Supercross season.
Yeah.
He comes up and he's like, hey, here's an idea. Whether you go with it or not, we can all agree that the lappers are becoming an issue, and it's not so much because they're not good enough, it's because they don't know when the leaders are behind them, and they don't know when to get out of the fucking way.
It's not even that part too. Like the tracks get so chopped by like the 450 main event.
Oh, absolutely. The tracks get horrendous. Sometimes there's nowhere for them to go. They're stuck in a rut. It's either I stay where I am and I try to maybe slow it down or whatever have you, or get over as soon as you can, or they try to get over and they go down. Now we have an even bigger issue.
Yeah, or like, you move on to the inside because, there's less ruts there because that's where all the pros are going.
Yeah.
That way you can hop out, and then next thing you know, you're the issue again because there you go. Hunter Lawrence is on your back door.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jace was talking to this guy and he's like, hey, what if we have like one-way comms in the riders' helmets? That way only their crew chief or only the race director can communicate. Or like, what if we have like a light system on the bar pad that notifies the rider when the leaders are coming up, so they have ample time to try and get out of the race line? You know what I mean?
Even like their technology with their forts, like everybody's got the fort rings. Like, why can't we make it flash blue?
If we can have leader lights, we can have a light or something on the bar pad that lets people know when they're getting lapped, or when a red flag is coming up, or something like that, or a red cross flag.
Yeah, no, not Joe. Like 5 minutes later, waving his flag, trying to get
exactly. And when Jace was talking to the AMA guy, his only argument that he responded with every question Jace had with, what about this? What if we try this? What if we try this? Was, what about the privateers? What if the privateers can't afford it? What if they can't install the technology on their bike? And Jace got fed up, and that's when he said, fuck the privateers. He's not talking about the privateers that are grinding it every fucking weekend but still qualifying for the night show even if they don't make the main event.
Yeah.
He's not talking about those guys. He's talking about the guys that go broke and can't even qualify for the night for a heat race. He's talking about those guys. Those guys that are getting mad. They're like, oh, I don't have the money to do this. I'm just not qualifying because I have shit equipment. No, you're not qualifying because, frankly, and as shitty as it is, you're not good enough to race at this level.
Better you're not putting in the work that needs to be.
Right. Something along those lines of, it's the people that that routinely cannot qualify for the night show, that have every excuse in the world why they can't qualify and take no accountability. He's saying, fuck those guys. That's what he's saying. He's not against privateers at all, because privateers are the backbone of this sport.
Pretty much. Like, if we don't have privateers, then it's just
exactly. If we don't have privateers, we don't have a sport at all.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of factory dudes like going out there.
Yeah, who wants to tune in and watch the same 10 guys race each other every single weekend? Just 10 dudes.
Like, when I go out to like actually watch one of the races, I'm always watching the privateer battles in the back. The stuff you don't get to see on TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's way crazier. Those dudes are out there fighting for their lives for like no reason, but just because they love the sport.
Arguably, especially during Supercross, the best race of the night show are the last chance qualifiers.
My favorite, especially when it's that when they're all next to each other for that fourth transfer spot.
Oh, dude,
they're pushing everybody.
They just let everything hang out. Best racing of the night by far. Yeah. Other than the late main event battles where people are going for the win or a podium, whatever have you. Then we get some highlights there.
Or you got Hayden teasing Levi Kitchen and turning it into one of the best races of the night.
Right. The best 250 main event in Supercross this year was the race I got to go see in person. That was Seattle. That was Seattle. That was the best 250 main of the season. Kitchen and Deegan going back to back to back and forth the entire night. Not just the main event, but the entire night, all the way through qualifying.
Yeah.
And it's Kitchen's home race.
Yeah.
So he's riding hard. He's just sending it. Hayden's just fucking sending it. By far the best 250 main of the entire season with Seattle.
I honestly, I had a blast at Philly. I went to Philly. I got to meet some of the homies that I play bites with now, and like it poured all day.
Oh,
and,
dude, I heard.
And then 450, like the track shaped up, like you could see the track starting to shape back up, and then you just see Ken Rotson absolutely ripping. I'm like, this is it. This is where he's gonna, that was kind of the tipping point where he kind of just went for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, just kind of sat back in my chair like this, just like, whoa. I mean, it could have been like the couple Miller Lights I had, but like I had an absolute blast out there.
Dude, I had such a good time in Seattle this year, and actually I'm planning a trip to go to Philly Supercross next year.
Oh, you should let me know. I'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife's from Pennsylvania, so
okay,
we're gonna make a whole like week-long trip out.
I'm hoping we get Philly East Rutherford again. I loved that last
year. East Rutherford was always a great race.
Yeah.
It was always fantastic.
The first year I went was when they had that Mutter and Barsha one. That was like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's when we finally got Supercross back in like not Massachusetts, and it was great.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny too because my wife, she had no interest in moto at all before we went to Seattle. And it's not that she didn't, that she despised it. She just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So her and I, we go to Seattle on Valentine's Day to go see Supercross, and we're watching qualifying. We watch the heat races. She's asking questions, and things are starting to understand and click with her now. Now she loves moto, and actually she has a favorite rider, which happens to be Hunter Lawrence.
Yeah.
So she's stoked. She understands it. She likes it now. So now we have something to look forward to. And yeah, we're going to Philly.
Yeah, us over here, my girlfriend was like, I started watching it. She was like, eh. And then like I started explaining it to her more. She's like, all right, this is pretty cool. And then she started like, as soon as she heard Kitchen's name, and this was when Kitchen was back on the Yamaha, she's like all about it. She was like loving him. She's always rooting for him. Every time, she still doesn't understand like the East versus West. So every East Coast round, she's like, is Kitchen in here? And I'm like, no. And then she's like,
No, it's going to be good because we're also going to Washougal this year. And we're taking my oldest son to his first race.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Going to that. So he's excited. He loves moto. He's my little buddy.
Yeah.
He gets mad when I don't put moto on the big TV and I just watch it on my phone.
Yeah.
He gets mad. He's like, I can't see, Dad. Come on. Like, okay.
I'm planning on trying to go to Redbud this year because it's Redbud.
Yeah, Redbud's a bucket list race.
Yeah,
right?
that and then Bud's Creek, one of my favorite tracks. I got to the series I race locally, they do once a year on Mother's Day. We go to Bud's Creek for a 2-day back-to-back, and we get to ride the pro motocross track, and I absolutely have a blast on it, even though I can't. I'm barely clearing the first table on the track, but
hey, at least
it's
you
cool.
got a bike that you can ride. I don't even got that. I noticed you got is that a Dean Wilson jersey back there?
It is. I got a signed Dean Wilson jersey.
There you go.
Shout out to the homie Luke for hooking me up with a signed jersey.
There you go. I got something special cooking right now. Let me pull it up. So I have a giveaway going, and this is for everybody watching. Once the YouTube hits 1,000 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway of a signed Aaron Plessinger jersey. Oh, my green screen isn't going to show it. That's fine. You know what? I'll fix it in post-production. But
there you go.
Once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, one lucky subscriber is going to win a signed Aaron Plessinger camo jersey.
That's going to be sick.
Absolutely. I already bought it. It's in the process of shipping. It'll be here in about a week. And until the giveaway is over, it's going to be sitting on a hanger on my wall where nobody can touch it. Nobody can reach it. It's going to be in pristine condition. But one lucky subscriber is going to win that jersey.
Yeah, that's going to be
pretty
sick.
Get us up to 1,000 subscribers, and maybe you who's watching right now, maybe you'll win that Aaron Plessinger jersey. So how's your move over to TCR full time?
My move over to TCR has been great. I've got welcomed in with open arms. Everybody doesn't know I'm pretty much helping to develop the gear We got a couple other people who are actively riding the new gear. Billy just made a switch. We're gonna be trying more of like the modern tight fit because before we had like pretty baggy pants, which I thought were kind of cool. And like,
I like the baggy look.
yeah, the baggy's pretty fun. Like it's different.
Well, it's
So
not that it's different. It just throws me back to the golden days.
yeah, no, that's what I mean by everybody wants, skin tight, look like they're wearing speedos, but
I
the
mean,
baggies,
I get it, but
yeah,
I'm fat. I'm a dad now, so
yeah, no, it's still not appealing for me either. My chest protector sits like here, then my stomach hangs out. Yeah,
yeah. I a couple months ago, I was at work working on a scale, and I made after I made sure I was gonna weigh myself, I was like I don't know, 190 maybe
yeah,
185, 190. I weighed myself Friday. I'm at 211.
I'm afraid to weigh myself after that whole ACL injury. I don't even want to know.
Dude, ACLs are the absolute worst.
Yeah,
They're so bad. Actually, I'm surprised I haven't had any surgeries on my knee, considering how screwed up they are.
yeah, no, it's definitely a brutal surgery. Not like
Yeah.
just more mentally than physically. Like, like you want to be able to bend your knee this one way, and then you can only go like so far. So
Yeah, yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've screwed up my knees to the point where even, I had to have it wrapped. I had a brace on it. I was on crutches, but I didn't even tear anything.
yeah, no, I milked mine for about a year.
Yeah, good lord.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I got second in the championship on my blown out ACL.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, at least you did that. I mean,
I'm
who else can say that?
pretty sure there's probably like a lot of people out there, but like, I mean, at
I don't
the end
know,
of the day,
man.
it wasn't the smartest. I had to get my meniscus trimmed instead of it getting repaired.
Huh.
So now I'm in line for a knee replacement sooner than later, but you know,
Good God, man. I'm sorry
happens.
you're going through that.
Nah,
That
it's
sounds
fine.
horrible.
I think I'd rather the ACL than fall 15 feet on my arm again for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I'm actually on the borderline to get my knee pretty much rebuilt.
Okay.
Um, well, I started it 6 years ago now. I was deployed, and we were moving pallets from one ship to ours via helicopter.
Okay.
And we have these things we call them Q-tips. It's basically like a big plastic cable hook thing. One end
Yeah.
hooks onto the helicopter itself, the other hooks onto to the netting around the pallets and everything. So we got a pallet on our boat, and we were taking the hooks off. That way we can get the netting all undone. And I happened to be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time, and those hooks that go onto the pallet, they're heavy. They're like solid iron.
Jeez.
And I happened to be walking by, just checking on everything. And my buddy, who's on top of the pallet getting it unhooked, just throws the hook behind him without looking. And I was standing there, it hits me in my knee and bends inward.
Oh.
That's where it all started.
Oh yeah. No, that's not. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Every time I squat down or stand up or do anything involving my legs, it sounds like Rice Krispie treats.
Oh yeah. That's
And
crunchy.
it's crunchy, and it feels like there's no cartilage in my knee at all whatsoever. It's just grinding.
I mean, the good news is once you get your knee fully done, it'll feel way better.
Yeah, yeah. Well, come on, healthcare, let's go, chop chop.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad your move over to TCR has been pretty seamless,
Yeah. You know,
and
it's been.
it's working out for you. Smokey and I have been boys for a while now.
It's been great. Smokey's been super cool. Pretty much everyone there. Billy, I think a couple of guys came on after, and they're all been great. Every night we're pretty much hopping into a lobby doing pro motocross practice just because, that's the series that's coming up. So
But yeah,
everybody's going gun ho for it. We just got done doing some of the MXGP rounds. I've been kind of slacking. I haven't been really racing or streaming in general just because of work, but
trust
I
me,
still,
I feel you on that. I've been slacking too.
yeah.
I moved when you left. I also moved away from movement. Um, I tried to start my own team, and with my job, my family, I cannot do all of that and run a team by myself.
It's
And
tough. It's a lot of work.
yeah, I couldn't do it. And then luckily I got picked up by WGR
Okay.
with
Good old
Brandy. So
Brandy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been running with them for a while now, and we got uh we got some things, changing recently and all that, but we're on the upswing and things have been going pretty
Yeah.
good on our end. Hopefully be competing in at least some pro-am outdoor races myself
Okay.
this year.
Well, yeah. Hopefully see you out there. I'm kind of in the neck where I've qualified for a couple pro-ams for MXGP. So I don't know if I'm going to go full swing into pro motocross as pro-am or try to stay in AMs and work my battles, because pro-am, I qualified.
Yeah.
I got lapped like 3 laps in.
At least you qualified.
I mean, I did make it out there.
I mean, hell, when you and I were with movement, I couldn't even qualify for novice,
Yeah.
and now here I am. My lap times are like 5, 6, 7 seconds faster.
Yeah, no, that's the same how I am with
Hey, Bubba.
novice. Like novice supercross, I qualified for I think 2 out of the entire year.
Right.
And then as soon as we went to outdoors, I was like, making the moto. So
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that with Supercross, they were basing their times off of how their guy was running.
yeah. Oh, so you did hear about that?
Yeah, I paid attention to that.
Okay, well, yeah, that did happen. Yeah.
That's at that point once I heard that, I noticed it myself, and nothing was gonna happen. I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, no,
I'm out. I'm gonna go race a different series.
we had issues with during MXGP. Let's just say most of us aren't allowed in the Discord server anymore for that certain series.
What happened? Give me the cliff notes.
One of the riders at AMS, one of the dudes in the back decided that he wanted to just start taking people out, and everybody called it out on it, and that certain person just had enough, and we're pretty much all banned. But good part is that there's a different series running the pro national ones, so
That's good.
and plus there's plenty of series out there. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be strict on the one series.
No, there's like at least 4 or 5 series that run the pro motocross tracks.
Yeah,
And the
and
pro
like,
supercross tracks.
and then I know for sure we're gonna be, at least Billy's been working with ERATs on some special series that we'll be running soon. I'm hoping to.
Are you guys running a series or just
Yeah, we'll be.
participating?
No, Billy's already planned it out. We're gonna be hosting our own series here shortly. Once he makes the
let me know
full-on
when that
announcement.
drops. I'll sign up for that shit.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Yeah. I think, I don't know the whole logistics behind it. I know it's in the background working, but some of the test tracks I've already gotten to ride and they're absolutely sick. So
Nice.
and they're all going to be
Nice.
dedicated to the series. So they'll be, I'm not allowed to race it because I've already ridden test tracks. So I get to either be one of the admins, or I'm trying to convince Billy to let me go up in the announcer booth, have some fun with it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Billy, let him in there. Put him in the booth. Put him in the booth. I know you're cranky, mister. You're cranky. You just woke up. I know. Oh, did you hear another rumor potentially of what's going to happen by 27?
I did not.
Rumor has it Aaron Plessinger's in talks with Triumph.
I saw some, like, how everybody does their silly seasons, and like,
Yeah.
I saw something about it on TikTok, and I'm like, that'd be kind of sick.
It would be.
That opens up another spot for one of the KTM riders. And, Triumph, unfortunately, has not had the greatest of takeoffs.
No, they've been struggling, and Harrop did phenomenal yesterday in the pro motocross, but if we look back at Supercross, Jordan Smith, man, he's just not in the 450s.
And it's like Beta is so unfortunate.
Yeah,
they're known across, like, overseas, and like they come to Supercross and they're having a hard time making mains. It's kind of like Suzuki. Suzuki wasn't doing the best till they got Rotson, and then next thing you know, it's taken off.
Yeah, but now apparently AP is in talks with Triumph for racing for them in 2027. I don't know how true that is. I feel like if that does happen, that's going to be a really good fit for AP because yeah, he's a phenomenal rider, and yes, he's on a really good team with Red Bull KTM right now. That being said, we all know KTM put most of their ducks in Tomac's basket,
Yeah.
and whatever's left over is pretty much in Prado's basket. And that just kind of leaves AP to his own devices as far as support from his team. So
Yeah.
I feel like if AP does go over to Triumph, he's going to have all the support he could ever possibly want with
Yeah, no, for
Triumph. And
sure.
I feel like he's going to do a lot better, especially Supercross wise, because of that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with most of the. Where did I see? I saw something about maybe Malcolm going to Suzuki somewhere along the line.
So I saw something like along that lines too. What's probably going to happen is DeFrancisco and Bennett are probably going to get folded to Red Bull KTM for their 250 class because they still had contracts through 2027 with Husky. I don't know about Casey Cochran. I don't know about him. But as far as RJ and Mookie are concerned, I feel like the best fit for Mookie would be to go to Suzuki. I feel like he'd have the best chance of success and getting more podiums and wins with HEP Suzuki. I also think Triumph would be a really good fit for RJ.
I feel like RJ is one of those like kind of gray areas. I feel like if the opportunity knocks on the door with AP possibly leaving,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he might go in there and fill up that 450 spot.
He very well could. Absolutely.
Especially with them shifting a lot of their budget away from Husky, since they're such a combined group. Like, you think about it, how much it takes to run a factory team. Like, now that you put all that development into KTM, and then, you know, they're still, from what I've gathered, they're not going to be like, hey, here's the factory stuff for your private team. You're gonna end up like renting it out for the year.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, another spot that could be opening up. This is Cooper Webb's last year on contract with Star Yamaha.
That is very
And
true.
he's going to be and after this year, he's running Supercross only. So I'm excited to see where Cooper Webb ends up, whether he stays with Star or there's been a rumor of him talking with Team Ted or KTM.
Team Tether would be kind of cool.
It would be.
Justin Hill over there has been absolutely ripping.
Yes,
and like,
he has.
No matter where you go, you always got to stop at the like Team Tether's tent just to look at Justin Hill's bike, because it's probably one of the nicest built out of everybody
by far. But not only that, Team Tedder, and even Quadlock Honda to an extent, they're showing that, hey, we don't have factory support, but we're still fighting for podiums.
Yeah,
what's your excuse?
No, especially like Team Tether, like those guys are actually, they're moving, and like even the Quadlock Honda guys, you know, they're moving too.
Absolutely, they're moving. The club guys are schmoving.
The club guys this year, insane.
Oh, yeah.
Cody Schock and Devin Simonson.
Max Volan.
Hunter Yoder I think his ACL was strained. I don't think he tore it.
I don't think he tore it. I think he like pulled it or strained it or something.
I know it was like on the borderline of like maybe talking about surgery. I don't think he's racing outdoors. So you might have. I didn't see.
I didn't see either.
The outdoors like board is kind of shitty.
Yeah, it is.
So I didn't see his name up there when I looked, but so he might be. It might be getting surgery, because he did that preseason and then went out there and Anaheim won. Kind of showed him what's up. He was swinging. Cody has been battling for, you know, that podium again.
Yeah, unfortunately, he never got it. His best finish was fourth, but dude, that last fourth he got this year in Supercross, I felt so bad for him. He deserved that podium.
You know, he put his heart out there this year for sure, and he was, when I talked to him last, he was really amped up for going out to Paula and kind of just swinging, and then unfortunately he got caught up in that. What was it? Was it Sexton that wrecked? Or
is Schock running 450 class in outdoors?
He is not. He's running 250.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I know there was he got caught up with somebody. I can't remember who.
I forget who it was. Oh no, it was Mosman. when Mosman went down.
Oh yeah, Mosman.
I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah,
I said Sexton, but Mosman talked to because he talked his front end up there too. But yeah, it was no when Mosman went down.
Yeah, here's the thing: when Sexton tucked the front and went down, he did it all by himself.
Yeah,
That's I had hoped that all this stuff, these stupid little mistakes from Chase would, not be here for the pro motocross, considering he's a pro motocross champion. But nope.
nah,
Still the same old Sexton on the Cowie.
PCR curse is real.
Seriously. At least in the premier class, I mean, Hammaker went 2-1 and just smoke checked everybody.
Yeah,
Good for him. He fucking needs that win. He needs that confidence booster.
He
Kitchen
does.
did pretty good too.
Kitchen did pretty good. I'm trying to think of who the rest of the lineup was. I kind of got this.
Nick Romano did really good.
Nick Romano out there. I'm glad to see that he's got a ride again.
Yeah, it's not permanent though.
I know, but
He's
still,
he's on a fill-in ride, which he's showing. Hopefully, he's showing Mitch Payton that, hey
He
man,
he can hang.
I could bang. Like, give me a contract. Let's go.
Not even that. Even if like, say they don't give him a contract, like even if he gets picked up like Quad Lock Honda or any of the smaller teams,
Club MX,
Club MX, or anybody, it'd be sick to just see him out there for another season because they pulled him off the couch pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would like to see Romano stay with PC Cowie.
Yeah, I think it'd
because
be a good home for him.
It would be 100%, and just looking at the way he's riding and how he's carrying himself since he's been in this fill-in ride, he's shown that he can bark.
For sure.
He can run up there and he can fight for podiums and wins and all this other stuff. And
he came out there and his first round of Supercross wasn't the best, but once he got himself situated and adjusted back to it, he was actually trying to fight for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And from what I know of Romano, I know he's gonna be beating himself up a little bit because he's not he didn't get a podium or didn't get a win or whatever have you. But overall, since he's been on PC Cowie, he's been steadily doing better, going faster. It's only a matter of time before we see him on the box, dude.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially with he came from Star Yamaha was his last factory ride, and that was the era of Hayden Deegan. So
it's a double-edged sword being on a team with 10 plus 250 riders.
Yeah, especially with like the Nets champion, and then now you got Davies going out there. Looks like he needs to get a little bit more situated with outdoors, but I feel like he's also gonna be a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna be a threat. I will say I do think that the title fight for the 250 class is gonna be a little bit more interesting than the 450s.
Yeah, no,
just because
sure.
I'm not expecting Hayden to be running for the championship this year.
No, I think he's.
I would love it if he does.
I think
I'm not expecting it.
His best bet is to probably pace those guys that are up there and get aware with the bike and just try to avoid injury because it's still a long run. We still have
10 more rounds.
10 more rounds.
We still got 10 more rounds of pro motocross. No,
4 months.
Best thing for Hayden is to take this as a learning year, figure out how these guys run, how they race, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and set himself up for the playoffs or Supercross next year. That's going to be his best bet because then he can come into 2027 not being the new guy, already comfortable on the bike with these other guys, and he knows how to exploit their weaknesses and go for win.
Yeah, no, I feel like if he sits back and just takes some time and really study how Jet, Jorge, Hunter, I feel like when we go back to Pro Nationals next year, he'll be able to just absolutely start barking.
Absolutely. I don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny. Everybody's, posting memes of, oh, I thought Hayden was going to beat Jay, yada, 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 yada. Okay, listen, it's his 450 debut. He's 20 years old and he's had 3 weeks on the 450.
Yeah, dude, like I've ridden a 450 once in my life and I went, it's all I ever need. I don't ever want to ride it again.
There is such a huge difference between a 250 and a 450.
Yeah.
Not only the power, the weight, the way the bike feels. It's not like, oh, let's just take this one frame and this one's going to have a 250 motor in it. This one's going to have a 450 motor in it. No, that's not how this works, guys. Anybody
Yeah.
who's thrown their leg over a dirt bike knows this, but they don't care.
Yeah, no, they just expect them to be the top all the time. And unfortunately, with like you said, 3 weeks is not enough time to get fully comfortable on a 450. And I mean, like, even if you looked at his 250 debut, like, he didn't do the best to begin with.
No, his rookie year on a 250, he didn't get a single win.
Yeah. And then we came back the year after and he's absolutely dominating.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 years later, he's got 6 titles in the 250 class. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, it's, and there's a lot of pressure out there. I mean, you're building up like all this, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you're building up all this social media, hyping yourself off, and then like,
Yeah, just the expectations.
now you're setting the expectations like this high for you. You got the entire announcing booth talking about you. Pro Motocross posted like the photo of them side by side, and it
Mhm.
was like, who's ready for the battle? Like, you got a lot going out there.
Yeah,
then-
absolutely. And it sucks because Deegan's in a situation where he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if he goes out there and wins, and that's what happens when you have daddy's money. Like, no, he fucking worked for everything he's got.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't win, I thought you were gonna be the next best thing. Like, dude, people just love to hate on Deegan. He is the most hated rider out the field right now. Maybe other than Vince Freezy, and Vince Freezy's been hated his entire career.
It's crazy too because like Vince Freezy gives himself such a bad rap, but like the dude's actually pretty fast.
He is, absolutely.
Like he's always making the main. Sure, like he's not factory level fast, but for a privateer like bike team, like he's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, he does pretty good.
He just doesn't know how to move.
Nope.
No.
He's like, I don't care if I'm being left. You go around me.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Let me post
Alright.
about it and turn my comments off.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season, but I do feel like the 250 title fight's going to be the most entertaining throughout the year. I mean, you got Kitchen, you got Chance Hymas coming back from injury, Julian Beaumere coming back from injury.
Yeah, but Mayer was coming back from injury. Absolute, like he had that dog in him. Like he was, especially from a
He just needs to
broken
work
back.
on the starts.
Yeah, if you got Shimoda coming back from injury, I feel like once he gets that all figured out, he'll be doing good. Unfortunately, I was really hoping for a good year for him in Supercross, but
I mean, that's just how things happen. You can't predict anything with this sport.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at any time.
it's
Take Jet, for instance. Jet had, if he was anybody else, a career-ending injury, and he wasn't even racing. He was on the practice track.
yeah. And then the year before that, blew his ACL out.
Yeah, right
I'm-
into the beginning of the season
Yeah,
on the start of a heat
Yeah.
race.
yeah.
I'm like,
Like
you can't predict anything.
no, it's
Not
just the
effectively,
way
at least.
It's just the way of the sport. I mean, you're out there putting your life on the line for the fun of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Honestly, if we're going back to Chase Sexton because of what you just said, because these guys are putting their life on the line for the fun of it. I feel like Chase has been struggling with Cowie, with KTM, and I don't think it has anything to do with the bike or what team he's on.
No, I think it's all just a mental game.
I think Chase lost the reason why he's racing. He lost his purpose for racing at the highest level that you could possibly race at.
Yeah,
And I just don't think he loves riding his dirt bike anymore.
that could
I
be
think
very true.
I think he just lost the love of the sport, and that's why he's not doing good, because he's not going, on these 30 plus 2-minute motos going, man, I need to go for this win, but I bet 10-year-old me is geeking out right now.
Yeah.
And now he's like, dude, how much longer do we have? I'm ready for this shit to be over.
Where's my check?
Yeah, where's my
Yeah.
check? Come on.
I mean, you
Come
look at Forkner, like that crash that Forkner had.
Which one? He's had a few really gnarly ones. Talking about the one in Arlington a couple years ago.
Yeah, the one straight to the
Straight to
that
the
one.
concrete.
Like you look at him and like you're like, whoa, dude, like maybe you should stop. A lot of people said that, and then he's out there still just doing it because he loves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
McAdoo's in the same boat. He's not had the most grateful races. But he's out there doing it for
Just
his
'cause
sister.
this is what he loves to do.
He's out there trying to make his sister proud while she's overseas. He's actually like a genuine guy, just enjoying the sport.
Yeah. What was that? You got my fingers. You got my finger. I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting season. It's going to be a good title fight for both classes, and I'm just excited to see what happens at Washougal when I go over there.
I
That's
feel
gonna
like it's
be-
gonna be sick.
That's Washougal's always a great race,
Yeah.
especially if I can get there early enough to get seats on Horsepower Hill.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's the spot.
It is.
I don't know. It's gonna be fantastic. Hopefully, if if Aaron Plessinger, Malcolm Stewart, RJ Hampshire, if all these guys, Cooper Webb, if they do change teams, hopefully it's a good fit for them. It works out for them because I don't want to see anybody retire unless they absolutely have to. I want them to keep racing and keep battling.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, let's talk about the Ducati boys.
Oh, dude, Barsha. My guy, Barsha, is looking good.
Yeah, coming back from, a
That was a scary fucking wreck today.
pretty gnarly injury. Like, could have been a pretty bad crash.
I thought he died.
Me too.
For a split second, as soon as I saw Barsha and Malcolm Stewart collide, I'm like, oh, dude, Barsha's done.
Yeah.
Like, he's dead. I saw him on the ground. He was like twitching. I'm like, dude, he's not even fucking breathing.
I know. And like, if you watched the Troy Lee Designs like Ducati like intro video, they pretty much started the team so they could have Barsha there.
Pretty much, yeah.
And yeah, he just got unlucky. He was able to come back.
I mean, Fernandez did a decent enough job while Barsha was out.
Fernandez has been trying to pick up the pace. He's been moving.
He's been barking a little bit.
Yeah, but
been doing good. Now Barsha looked really good at Glen Ellen a couple weeks ago.
Did see that video.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good kind of just sit back and watch, and he's looking really comfortable on the Ducati.
But yeah, he is.
They got it pretty figured out, I think, over there. It's just a matter of giving them time and letting them soak it all in.
What team was Barsha on before Gas? Like right before, was it Trolley Designs, Red Bull, KTM, or something like that? Because he went over to Gas as soon as Gas came over to the sport.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can't.
Probably like 10 years ago now or some shit.
Was it that or was it Geico Honda? Was that when Geico Honda was still a thing?
Oh, Geico Honda was a thing up until 2020.
So he was probably on Geico Honda.
Oh, he was on Troy. I swear he was on Troy Lee something. I don't no. I'm thinking of Troy Lee Gas. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you're thinking of
before TLD went away to go do their thing with Ducati, and then it was Red Bull or Rockstar Gas or whatever it was.
Oh no, you were right. Rockstar. Oh wait, never mind. He was on Star.
I remember he was on Star for a bit.
So from 2009 to 2014, he was on Geico Honda.
Yeah.
2014 to 2018, he was on JGR MX, and he went to Star from 18 to 2020, and it was the 21 to 24 was Gas, and then they did Rockstar Energy Gas, which was 24 to 25, and then Troy Lee Designs, Ducati.
I don't know. I think there's some things going on over there at Troy Lee Designs and Barsha. They're just clicking because Barsha's looking a lot better than he has on that gas.
And they've been putting in the work. Like watching the development of that video, like they didn't have the bike for long before we were going racing.
No, pretty much. They got a working prototype bike, and they throw Tony Cairoli on it, and he goes, "Yeah, it's feeling good." And like, "Okay, cool, let's race it."
Yeah,
let's go.
Wait, no, they kind of just went for it. And
can we do it? Can we do a full moto on it? Yeah,
perfect.
Let's rip. They've been doing good. They've been doing a lot better than Beta, than Gas has in the past. A lot better than Triumph.
I'm excited. They're doing good. The one rider I'm really excited to see next year is going to be Pierce Brown.
Yes.
Had so much good potential. Looked so good every time he's out there on the star bike. He's just been unlucky.
Yeah. Just cursed with injuries. What can you do?
I know, but I feel like if he can get back from this injury now and come out swinging, he could be a threat for next year for sure.
Oh, absolutely. For the couple runs that we did get to see with him on Star this year, dude, he was barking.
No, for sure. Especially even I'm trying to think of which SMX next kid was actually
Dudney.
Was it Dundee?
Dudney did pretty good yesterday. He was battling up there in the 250 motos for a minute.
I think because I think they put him out early, and then they put that other. Because remember, there was two that they kind of swapped places.
Dudney and Menier. Yeah, Menier.
I think those two.
Yeah, Dudney did really good in the next class.
Yeah. No, there's some great talent coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's weird though because, at least me personally, I don't pay too much attention to the amateur stuff
Yeah.
because how many times have we seen, the top amateur guys that get a factory spot in the 250s now they can't hang.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I mean? I start really paying attention for the most part, not always, but for the most part, to see who's doing good in the 250 class.
yeah. The SMX Nets kids, a lot of them this year, with for what it was, they were actually doing pretty good. I mean, there's a couple hiccups there, here and there, but I feel like a lot of
I'm
them,
excited to see how Vincent Way does in the future.
yeah,
I remember watching his dad race when I was a kid.
yeah. No,
God, that makes me feel old.
he's gonna be, he's gonna be sick to watch. I don't know how, I used to be following, Tate for a little bit.
Tate Reed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does in the future, but he needs at least a couple more years
for sure. I mean,
in the amateur ranks before he
yeah,
starts thinking. But it's gonna be nice. This season's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be
yeah,
interesting. There's gonna be a lot of good battles coming up. I'm hoping that Tomac comes back from his injury and he's healthy and he stays healthy and he runs up
yeah,
there. Um, but at the same time, I feel like for his personal sake, he needs to start considering retirement. And that's really hard for me to say because I'm a Tomac.
I know. He came out ripping this year. I feel like as much as I don't want to say it, like I feel like maybe his best interest is to maybe just, take the rest of pro motocross off. If you're feeling good by like close to the end of the rounds, maybe come back and do that. But
Yeah.
maybe focus on SMX because I feel like he really does strive on the supercross level of everything.
Yeah.
And especially at like his age with all the injuries
Not
and
only all of the injuries, but
the close
with
calls.
his with all that stuff, with his kids,
Yeah,
his health. I mean, I think he needs to start thinking about retirement.
yeah,
Just because I don't want him to keep racing and keep doing what he loves, and then he has a bad wreck and now he's in a wheelchair.
yeah. No, I don't want it. Like yesterday was a close call. Like
Yeah,
I'm hoping, like as much as he loves this, like he loves the sport, and we can tell that.
absolutely.
But I feel like after that one, I think it's you already were weighing out the options. I think it might be time just to,
Unfortunately, um, we'll see what
especially with
happens.
like all these younger kids stepping up to that plate. It was cool watching them battle Jet.
Mhm.
Really showing them that the old guys can still do it, but at the same time, it's only going to get faster.
Yeah, which it's hard to watch it, but
Yeah.
it's understandable. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
It's
So
time for the next era. I, you know, we had our era. It's now all the little
yeah,
kids that are looking up to these riders.
yeah. Well, I hate saying that because Tomac's my guy.
Yeah,
He's been my guy since he was on Geico Honda. But I don't know. Hopefully he comes back. He stays healthy. We get, some good racing from him for the rest of the year. And
yeah,
I wouldn't be upset if he retires after this year or even if he retires now, just because I don't, he, at the end of the day, he needs to still be able to do what he needs to do for his family, for
yeah.
himself.
That's how
But
that's how
we'll
I feel
see.
about Kenny. Like
Yeah.
we're getting to that. He was already talking about it. We got lucky with him going out there and getting that title this year. But we're on the cusp of him also retiring soon. Same
Yep.
with Cooper Webb's
Yep.
already, he's going to hang out for a couple more Supercross seasons, and then unfortunately he'll be done. And then who's really left that we grew up watching?
I mean, yeah.
Barsha,
Barsha, Malcolm Stewart, AP,
yeah,
Brandis, pretty much it from our era
pretty much,
of 450 guys. Everybody else is younger.
yeah. And like most of the guys that we're talking about when we started watching them, they were on 250s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at photos and like Ken Rotson was battling Ryan Villapoto. Like,
Tomac was battling Villapoto and Dungy.
yeah, like I remember when Ken Rotson came over, I'm like, this dude's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And then he
I was excited.
started
And then
dominating 250, and
his
then
crash in 2017 happened.
yeah,
That would have been a career ender for anybody else.
I know. That's insane that he got back up and he's out here doing it.
Yeah.
Especially like all the respect from the 450 guys when he won the championship. Like, you had Prado bowing down to him because he grew up watching him. You had Hunter standing.
Literally everybody coming up, giving him props. Hunter waiting to get an opening just so he can go over and give Roxon a hug.
How about Hunter? You just lost the title. You're standing there watching him hold the trophy up, crying with him. Like, there is so much, like, that win, that was more of an emotional championship for, I think, a lot of people than any other championship that we've seen.
Without a doubt.
I was trying to hold back tears.
I think I did let a couple tears go when I saw that Roxon clinched the championship, because the dude deserves it. Deserves it more than anybody else. Not only that, but we go through most of the Supercross season, and we're like, okay, who's going to win the championship? Is it going to be Eli Tomac, or is it going to be Hunter Lawrence? Well, Tomac kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
Even though the first half of the season he was dominated. He got
know,
hurt.
Cooper Webb
like,
was
okay, well, who's going to be battling Hunter Lawrence? Hunter Lawrence pretty much has his clinch, and here comes Ken Roxon out of nowhere.
Pretty much just doing him, just coming back to swing. Yeah, he was always like, you could always see him want it. And then I think a lot of it was just like the fatigue. Like I said, these under guys, they're not getting slower.
No, they're not.
And the bites aren't getting slower anymore, considering what Honda just did.
No, they are not.
They're gonna.
It's like I feel like I don't think Roxon's been getting slower with age and injuries at all. I think he's still running the same pace. I just think everybody else is going faster.
Yeah, no, I think that he's been, like, considering he's in 2 wrist brace, 2017 injury, like, for him to come back and have the speed that he has, it's insane.
Yeah.
And to be able to, like, he was out there giving Jet the business when Jet came over to the 450s. I'm sure he's going to be excited to give Hayden the business when he comes back, because, he's going to do that one celebrity round.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Which we're all going to love. And, like,
I hope it's Washougal. I hope it is. It's probably going to be Unadilla. But
it'll probably be, I feel like it'd either be Unadilla or Redbud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's one race to do it, it would be Redbud.
Yeah.
It would be Redbud.
And they already, like, Pro Motocross already mentioned it, so I'm sure that, like, he already told him what round he's going to.
Probably.
So I feel like that's going to be fun to watch. I'm trying to think.
That's going to be fun. I'm excited for it.
I think Hunter's finally over giving his brother the spotlight. I think it's time for him to come out. He's already had that taste in Supercross. I think Pro Motocross is going to let it shine. I'm sure there's going to be some gnarly battles between those two.
Yeah, it's.
And then Jorge's just going to be.
Jorge's just going to be between them, like, I'm going to antagonize you. I'm going to antagonize you. I'm going to let you two go at it, and bye-bye.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to. The only person I really wish got to stay was, what's his name? Vial. I wish Vial got.
Oh, Vial. Vial kind of pushed out a little bit. I'm going to come over to the U.S. I'm going to win 2 quick titles. I'm going to beat feet back over to Europe.
I just, they said he wasn't getting a factory ride. I just think he wanted to go back. I think he wanted to show everybody he could do it, and then.
Yeah, I think he just, wanted to come over for a couple of years, say he did it, and then just beat me over. But
no,
I don't know.
I'm stoked that Prado was like, already did everything in Europe.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's weird too, because when you look back in the past, when you see riders go from Europe to here or here to Europe, they always, for the most part, struggle a lot.
Yeah.
And Prado, he's coming over here and he's like, okay, yeah, maybe I don't got a race win, but
no,
he's still consistently running up there.
A lot of that was over the break that we had from last year, this year, he moved down to Florida. So then he was training with Malcolm, and, like, the dirt's different on the East Coast than it is the West Coast. And every pro is always acknowledged that. And, like, my buddy was like, you're really going to root for Prado this year? And I'm like, he's got potential. Like, look at A1 out the line battling for the whole shot. Or I think he got the heat win. He was trying for the main. And then, like, when you mentioned that, like, he was just going to sit back and, like, he's cool if he gets 8th. He's cool wherever he ends up. I thought that was actually, like, pretty smart. He rode every round this year. So I feel like next year Supercross he's going to be coming out swinging. If you look at him at Salt Lake, he was out there battling Hunter and Ken. And then kind of, like, I feel like he realized what he was doing and kind of just sat back for a minute.
Yeah, I think there was some of that, because he's been so and I'm going faster, I'm going faster, I'm going faster. He's chasing that win, chasing that win, chasing that win. And then he stops. And he's like, wait, Roxanne's here, Hunter's here. I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
out of it.
And which
He's
was
like,
like really great heads up riding by him, honestly. Like,
yeah.
you could have totally started battling them, but like, what if you guys tangle up? Like, do you want to be the guy who threw away Ken Rotson's championship or Hunter's championship?
Well, I mean, he kind of screwed it for Hunter a little bit, and it's not that it's not his fault that Hunter went down. It's the fact that he was up there running, and he kept showing Hunter a wheel because again, he's trying to go for
Yeah.
a main event win. He's trying to get his first win, but I feel like he was playing with Hunter the way he has been in the past, trying to make a move, force a mistake, make a move, and get a win. But Hunter's in the title fight, and Hunter's just like, dude, I just gotta beat Roxon no matter where we finish in the lineup.
Yeah.
I just have to beat this one guy, and I get the championship. And then he saw Prada behind him, and I think the pressure just got to Hunter.
Yeah. Hunter, I feel like Hunter's been battling with like as soon as pressure comes comes around, he's been having that hard time kind of finding his pace, and then that's when the mistakes start happening, and
Yeah. Excuse me. I think he puts a lot of that pressure on himself.
yeah, I can only imagine. Like, you're out there, you got a million fans cheering.
Well, not only that, but you got Jet Lawrence for a younger brother,
Yeah.
mind you, younger brother. Hunter Lawrence has been in the premier class longer than Jet has, but Jet's had more success. How do you think he feels?
No, for sure. Like, you're the older brother, and your little brother's surpassing you.
Yeah, I think he's happy for Jet. He's proud of him, but at the same time, it's like, dude, when is it my turn?
Yeah. Like, when do I get a chance?
Yeah, well, here you go, Hunter. Your chances now. This is your turn.
Yeah, this is
Make it a good one.
your year. You got it.
Yeah, you're in the spotlight now. You've been in the spotlight all year.
Yeah, you might as well just go. I mean, he's going even faster now that his brother's there just to show it off. But I feel like once Jet kind of figures out how he can ride without the pain, or
I don't even think so. That's so much pain that he's dealing with. He's dealing with restriction of movement.
yeah,
He still doesn't have full range of motion in that ankle, and that's what's holding him back. And he's still trying to figure out how to ride fast with that limited range of motion in his foot, which
Yeah.
he needs that range of motion in order to operate the damn bike.
Yeah, and he's still out there hauling ass. Just
Yeah, he's still on the box.
yeah, no, he's riding.
He's still on the box. He's still getting podiums. So
He's riding like completely different from when you watched him last ride.
Yeah.
All to make himself comfortable on the bike, and he's still going that fast.
Yeah. Once he finally figures out what he needs to do to ride fast, I feel like it's going to be Jet and Hunter every weekend going 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
I don't know. I feel like Prado's gonna figure it out. He's
He
already.
very well could. And if he does, dude, you're going to have me on the edge of my seat cheering for Prado.
It's gonna be a good battle. I feel like once Hayden kind of figures out how to control the 450 better, he's not always been the best starter, but they finally.
Yeah.
It took him a while to figure it out for 250s. Once he gets that figured out, I feel like when he's got that clean sail and he kind of respects the power of the 450 a little bit more, because if you watch some of the press day videos, the dude's trying to ride the bike like 250.
And you can't do that.
You could not do that. He was on limiter, like revving that thing out.
I mean, the Yamahas, they're made to be on the limiter like that. You kind of have, if you take a stock Yamaha, you kind of have to ride a stock Yamaha 450 like it's a 250.
Yeah.
Just because that's where the power is at. But there's a difference between riding a YZ 450 as a 250 and riding it as if it's a YZ 250F.
Yeah.
Those are two very different things.
Yeah.
Because as much as you have to be on the limiter on the 450 to stay in the power, on the 250, it's even more so.
Yeah.
Like, Hayden needs to take what he did on his 250 and dial it back, because he was at a 12.9. He needs to be at like a 5.
Yeah, no, he needs to. I feel like if he can ride it kind of more chill and kind of realize what he's on and kind of mimic what most of the other 450 guys are doing, I feel like he'll be able to just start hauling ass again and figure it out.
Absolutely. He's going to do good.
Yeah.
He's going to do the smart thing. He's going to, kind of sit back, take this season as a learning season, figure out how these guys run, figure out what he needs to do in order to succeed. And hopefully, if not in SMX, then next year start battling for podiums and overalls and main event wins.
Yeah, no, I feel like that'll be pretty much what he's going to do. I feel like he might come out swinging for SMX just because he's got Supercross experience on the 450 already, just because of WSX. So I feel like if we're going to see 250 Hayden, it'll be the finals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Hayden gets selected to race for Team USA in Motocross the Nations and they put him back on a 250.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. And honestly, that'd probably be the smartest move.
And I'm trying to think of like who we would have. Yeah, I feel like that'd be it.
Roxon can ride for either Team USA or Team Germany because he's got dual citizenship.
I don't know what he'd do. I feel like
he'd probably still ride for Team Germany. He
Yeah.
probably would. Him and Hurlings. Well, no, Hurlings isn't German. Where's Hurlings from?
Yeah,
Belgium or something?
maybe it might be Belgium. I don't know. I feel like
I want to say either Belgium or the Netherlands. That's where Hurlings is from. I want to say Netherlands.
I feel like Hayden might be more intrigued on going to the 250 just because all that Kata Wolf and him.
Oh yeah. Him the banter going on between him and Kai.
Yeah, but I don't know because you're gonna have Jet race for Australia.
Yeah, well, both Lawrence brothers are going to be running for Australia. So who does that leave to run for Team USA? I'm going to call it Hayden for MX2, probably
Plessinger for MX1.
Probably Plessinger for MX1, and probably Chase for Open Class.
Who knows?
Or honestly, Justin Cooper.
Yeah, Justin Cooper's been moving out there.
He's been moving. He's been doing good.
He's been picking up the pace. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's doing some good things. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an overall or two this year.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick to see him on the podium again for we saw for.
He needs it.
Yeah,
he needs it. It sucks because there's so many guys that need wins and podiums to get that confidence boost.
Yeah, but I feel like 250s next year for Supercross is going to be way more entertainment again.
Yeah,
I mean, we have Cole, but we still have a whole other coast.
Yeah, it's probably going to be so. Davies is probably gonna run West Coast this coming year. Pierce Brown is probably going to race the East Coast. Because as much as Davies may want to defend his championship, let's say he does and he wins it again next year. Well, now he is going to be forced to move up to the 450 class with even less time in the class than Deegan.
Yeah, well, regardless, this is his last year in 250, unfortunately. With the new AMA.
For Davies?
Yeah, with the new AMA rule, you get one more year to defend your title, and then I think you have to move up. Because if you look at Hayden,
that's so. Here's the thing: he won the East Coast, right?
Yeah, but didn't Hayden...
if Davies decides to race the East Coast again, yes, that would be the case. However, that is not the case if he decides to run the West Coast.
Didn't Hayden win East Coast last year?
Hayden went back-to-back West Coast.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I gotta look this up. I think he went East Coast.
Hayden Deegan won the 24 and 20 or the 25 and 26 West Coast Championship.
Hold on. Let me
prove me wrong. But Hayden Deegan went back-to-back Supercross West Coast Championships.
You know what? Yeah, 2025, 2026.
That's why Hayden moved up this year because he was forced to because he went
he came to he was East Coast first year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the year I'm thought.
He went East Coast first year, didn't get it. Went West Coast, got it. Did West Coast again, got it. Now he's forced to move up.
Sorry, Dean Glazers, don't come at me. I didn't mean to offend you like that.
We all make mistakes. It's all good.
Yeah.
But Davies, no. This is is it? No, this is not Davies' rookie year. This is his second year that he won the East Coast. So if he decides to run the East Coast again next year, then the year after he'll be forced to move up. Not necessarily true if in 27 Davies decides to run West.
So that's the loophole behind it. I don't know. I don't know. He might be the.
I feel like the smart thing would be to have Davies run the West Coast. That way he's guaranteed at least one more year on the 250.
But I feel like he might just say, fuck it.
He might. He very well could. And if that's what him and the team agree on, that's what him and the team agree on.
Yeah.
I just feel like get as much time on the 250 as you can just to build up that experience and more time to build up your racecraft before you're up there barking with the big dogs.
That or take the time now, start getting used to the 450, and then, go for the East Coast title again.
Yeah, why not?
Then come out first, because I'm pretty sure that's what Jet did. Jet took the time to ride the 450. My monitor turned off. 450. While trying to get his 250 title, and I think that's kind of what set the stone for him.
Yeah, that's that's why he could come out his rookie outdoor season of the 450s and have a perfect freaking season.
Yeah.
Never seen that since Carmichael, and I don't think we're gonna see that ever again,
Nah.
unless Jet does it again.
Yeah, another perfect season. I feel like it's definitely gonna be a battle for. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
next year's gonna be a fun year to watch again.
It's gonna be fun. Next year is we're gonna have some really good racing then. As long
Yeah.
as people stay healthy. As long as I stay healthy. But yeah, a lot of things coming up quick. I mean, round one was great. Round two is coming up. A lot of rumors on what's gonna happen, who's gonna shuffle around this off season. But I think that is all the time we have for today. Nick,
All right.
buddy, I really appreciate you coming on.
No problem. Definitely
Anytime
do
you
this
want to,
again.
absolutely. Anytime you want to do this again, just shoot me a DM. Let me know. We'll make it happen.
All right, for sure.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Where can I improve? What needs to change? Let me know. Later, guys.